Welcome to mining.com.au. Joining me today is the Executive Chairperson of Vertex Minerals, Roger Jackson. Roger, thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you, Danielle.
I know that there's a lot of fresh eyes on your project, particularly when we're talking about the gold mine you're putting into production. Could you give us a bit of an overview before we get into the latest updates, please?
Well, sure, Danielle, and thanks for having me. Look, we've got a gold mine in New South Wales in the Lachlan Fold Belt, the famous Lachlan Fold Belt, which hosts a number of the very big gold mines in Australia. And we have just started up our mining underground at the Reward Gold Mine. It is a very, very high-grade gold deposit, basically under one of the probably highest grade gold mines that happened in Australia in the 1870s, and it's all gravity-recoverable gold. The gold simply is put through a gravity plant, no chemicals needed, and it's a very small environmental footprint gold mine, and we're very, very pleased to have it running.
So, Roger, I did see you catching up with my colleague Shay at the Noosa Mining Conference last month. Can you tell us, are you still looking to be on track for your targeted output of around 30,000 ounces on an annualized basis by mid-2026 at an unbelievably low all-in sustaining cost of $1,800 per ounce?
Yeah, sure, Daniel. We're moving this project from a startup through a ramp-up phase, which that's where we're at the moment. We have the mining underway, and we start to build up what we call mining fronts. You can't just get enough rock out of the ground and ore out of the ground with just a single mining front. We need 3, 4, 5, and those are coming online, I guess, is the best way to say, over the next couple of weeks, and that will continue to the point where we have our full production by the end of the year, early next year, at which we'll hit our run rate somewhere on an annualised basis of 25 to 30,000 ounces.
You mentioned there the 4+ mining fronts you're looking to open. I understand you're also deploying a diversity of methods with stoping and so on. Could you explain a bit of that strategy to us?
Yeah, sure. Look, this is an extremely high-grade gold mine. You know, if not the highest, it's one of the highest grade gold mines in Australia. So the ore bodies tend to be either multiple reef sets, or they might be single reef but thin, or multiple wide. So we need to do different styles or techniques or methods, if you like, of mining. We're going to be using conventional development drive mining, which we're fortunate enough, unlike most companies, they have to develop in waste. We can develop in ore, and develop means making access to get to stopes. We also use long hole stoping, so it's mining upwards, and we'll also do cut and fill. So that's a separate, different style where you mine up and then you fill, and then mine on top of that and then fill, and move upwards. And then we'll also be doing some open stoping with air leg mining, which is handheld mining, which is only a smaller component of what we do. But that's because we're going to be in areas that are super high grade, and they're smaller stopes, but you want to be very careful about how you mine them. We're not about tonnes, we're about grade, and that's one of the reasons why our all-in sustaining cost is so low, is because we're very high grade.
Sounds like it's all happening. Can you give us any updates on the current round of fundraising?
Okay, so we've completed our placement and convertible note round 1, and along with it an SPP, which pulled in about $7.5 million, and we've got another tranche to come in a few weeks' time for $3.6 million, and that sees us funded, we believe, to get into the full-scale production by Christmas. It is an expensive business, this game. You do need You do need funds to get developed underground, but it has high rewards once you've done that. But it's good to note that we've done this for sort of circa $20 million. We've developed a mine. We've built a brand new gravity gecko gold plant, and to do that for that sort of money is incredible. You're normally talking a factor more than that, in the hundreds of millions to normally develop a gold mine. So we've done it for very low capital, and we're on our way.
So, Roger, it sounds like the capital is flowing, the gold is about to flow. How about news flows? What will we be hearing next about the Reward Gold Mine?
Yeah, look, we really only are focused on this one project, but just to keep it in perspective, this project has a 25-kilometre strike. So we have targets which I would call resource targets, not exploration targets. We really do know where the gold is. There's been over 3,000 shafts put along this 25-kilometre strike length, whereby the old timers didn't put a shaft in for no reason. There was gold there, and we will be targeting that. So there'll be a lot of news coming from that. But within the mine itself and from underground, we're going to be drilling, and that drilling will unearth some excellent results, we believe. Given above, only 70 metres above where we're mining now at the Reward, the largest piece of gold ever found on this planet, called the Holderman Nugget, was found. So we've got some spectacular gold to be found, and we're going to be having a drill rig full time running underground to find more inventory, and hopefully we'll be finding some really, really good gold, good intersections, and good news flow from them.
Well, we'll have our fingers crossed for you. And Roger, I do hope that you'll have us back on site to do some filming, because that video back in May with you down the mine underground was very compelling stuff.
I hope to have you there too, Danielle.